You don't even like when your mama in y'all business. You don't like when his mama in y'all business. He don't like when your mama in y'all business. Yeah, everybody got that nosy aunt that try to be all up in everything. Y'all can't stand her in y'all business either. That girlfriend, that homeboy that always got something to say, you don't want them in their business either. Now, if this your family, these your close people, these the people you love, if you can't stand them being in your business, you know you don't want no baby mama in your business. But everything you do with the child, now you got to consider them. You got to call them and ask permission to take your family on vacation because man gonna miss 2 days of school. Yeah, that's why it's difficult. Those of you in traditional families, you know marriage has its own problems. But now you want to add this. Here we go. So now this section of the sermon is for singles. Singles, listen up. Let me tell you something. Tips for singles. Because this is what y'all been waiting on. How I'm going to fix this, Reb? You done told me all the bad. Matter of fact, you almost could have skipped everything you just said except for the Bible part because I ain't see that before. Thank you. Appreciate that for that. But you basically just told me I got my hands full right now. Now tell me how to fix it. Okay, here we go. Number one, singles. Let me help you. Singles. If you are talking, dating, dealing with somebody, and y'all are thinking about getting married, let me tell you something. Before you marry anybody, especially somebody with children, you better enter it prayerfully. You better enter it prayerfully. All covenant relationships should be entered into carefully and prayerfully. But marriage that includes the merging of pre-existing families carries a specific burden and therefore requires specific prayers. John Russell. Yeah, you need to be praying. You can't just be looking at her, fellas, and I know she fine, and I know she bad, and I know she's sweet, and I know she kind. They all are when you're dating them. And that's us too. That's us too. We all put our best foot forward. Lord help us. Amen. And so now everybody's all fine. Everybody's all fresh. But let me tell you something. If she got kids or he got kids, you better go in your bedroom, close that door, and hit your knees and say, Lord, I need a sign. Now, I really like Dewan, but Dewan got 2 kids, and he got 2 kids by Deaquanasia, and I can't stay. I know he always talking about it. If he don't like her, I know I ain't gonna like her. And this, that, and the third. Lord, if I need prayer, please take this in prayer. Please, I'm begging you, take this in prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, give me some Bible. I'm glad you asked. Here's the Bible. The Bible behind it is, y'all remember this cat named Joseph dating this chick named Mary? Matter of fact, they weren't just dating. The Bible declares he was espoused to her, which means they were engaged. And in Jewish custom, all that meant was y'all practically married. Y'all are married, but she's still living at her mama house, and you still living over here. You preparing a house because they believe that before you snatch me from my daddy house, before you go get a woman from her daddy house, you should already have a place ready. So he's getting the place ready. He's building according to Jewish custom. He ain't ready to come get her yet, but she already is. He finds out, or she tells him, JoJo, guess what? I'm pregnant by the Holy Ghost. JoJo probably said, the devil is a lie, and you are too. As a matter of fact, the Jewish custom was when he found out that she was pregnant by somebody else, because she was espoused to him, he was supposed to take her out in the middle of the street, announce that she done slept around, and then stone her in front of everybody. But watch this. Joseph said, before I do what the law says I'm supposed to do, I better wait a little bit. And what happened? The angel came unto Joseph. And he said, player, don't do it. Hold on, I know. She's pregnant, watch this, by the Holy Spirit. She will have a son. he gets specific instruction. His name shall be called, gets told what to name him. And then he's told pretty much, you got to raise this cat. What are you saying, John? Here's my revelation. My revelation is, bonus parents, you are on divine assignment. Yeah. Divine assignment. You are on divine assignment. That's why you enter into this prayerfully. Because what you're going in ain't natural. So it got to be divine. I got to approach this smart. I got to approach this knowing in my head that the Lord signed off on this. Because that's who you're going to need to lean on when you're frustrated. Number 2, singles. Here we go. Singles. Here we go. And some of us wish we could go back. Here you go. Point number 2. Date the whole family. Whew. I'm sorry. I know you're just in a traditional setup where ain't none of y'all got kids. Y'all can do the whole, well, as long as I love you and you love me, we good. Forget mama, forget daddy, forget all that. Yep, y'all can do that when you're in a traditional setting. But when it's not a traditional setup, let's face it, you got kids, I got kids, we got kids, okay? And we got to figure this thing out together. I can't just date you. I got to date all y'all. Yeah, because we can love each other, but can I deal with man? See, because we ain't just getting together, we are getting together. Yeah, and my advice is date the whole family. Where's this in the Bible? It ain't. It ain't. But the Bible tells you to exercise wisdom. And let me tell you something, especially when these kids are of age. Yeah, now when they 17 and getting ready to go, and y'all got to understand it. Now, see, both of y'all got to have the understanding, though. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen it mesh up where the man has the understanding of when they turn 18, they got to go. I don't know where they're going, but they got to go. They either going to college to get more knowledge. They going to the military where it gets scary. They going down. Somebody got a uniform that will fit you. But that's got to be both of y'all philosophy. So if that's the rule of the house, if both of y'all can get with that and both of y'all sign off on that, well, maybe it's not important because we only got 365 days, 364 for him to go. But if both of y'all don't agree on that philosophy, you better date the whole family. And then y'all got to establish some philosophies or some rules of what y'all are going to have in y'all house. Okay, well, how long can he stay? How long can he stay? Are we going till 21? Are we going till we feel like they ready? And both people, no matter what you decide, your house, your rules, I ain't getting into your house. Whatever it is you decide to do, whatever it is y'all decide to do, y'all got to do it and stick to it. But there needs to be a agreement in the family. Oh yeah. Now watch this. Just because you and the parent are a good fit, don't mean you and the child are. And depending on the connection that the parent has, because let me tell y'all something, we're in a new day now. And it's unfortunate, we're in a new day now. Now, you're supposed, once you get married, your spouse comes first. But sweetheart or good brother, whichever you are, if you are not ready to put your spouse first, I don't care how hard you toss it in the turning, burning in the yearning, you ain't ready to get married if you're not ready to put your spouse before your children. Thank you for that one hand clap. It's tough. It's tough, but they my babies. They my babies. I know they your babies. They are your babies. But your babies is going to grow up, get grown, meet somebody they fall in love with, and forget all about you for about 10 years until they get old enough to say, well, let me go check on mama. Mama getting kind of old now. And let me go see what she up to. Why then? Now, what you going to do for that 20-year span while you by yourself? Yeah, you put him first so long, he's not going to put you first when it's time for his love life. Mama, I love you. P.O.P., hold it down. But I'm going out here and I'm finding somebody I love. I'm sorry that you put me first all these years and you ain't get nobody. I'm sorry that that Mr. Tommy liked you and tried to get with you, but you said you had to raise me. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to make the same decision that you made right now. I got to go. So be careful how you rank your kids. So if you're not ready to put them first, don't do it. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Don't hide your children until 2 weeks before the marriage. Because that's what people do. Because we call ourselves being smart. Now, when I mean by hide, I don't mean you didn't tell them about them, but you're like, I ain't bringing him around until I know we like real serious. Okay, all right. Okay, y'all talking about marriage. Y'all talking about where is this going? Okay, no problem. Now, this is just my belief. Somebody say this, his belief. I can't pull this up in the Bible. I wish I could, but I can't pull this up in the Bible. I just think when you're 25 or older, you ought to kind of know what you want. You shouldn't take you all day to date. Young folk, take your time. You got to figure things out. But when you're 25, especially those of us over 30, come on, man. You know what you want. You know what you want. You know what you got. Ask those serious, hard questions. If you pass gas all the time, pass gas in front of them. Go ahead. If you don't open doors, don't open doors. If you don't talk in the morning, don't send sweet text messages in the morning. You know you don't like to talk in the morning. Go ahead and be you so we can figure this thing out within 6 months and we don't waste a whole bunch of time of figuring if this thing gonna work. Because what we do is, fellas, we are very guilty of this. We create appetites for something that we ain't willing to continue to feed. Yeah, if you can't stand nagging, let her know already. I don't like when you do that, baby. You got to, that ain't gonna work with me. If you can't stand lack of communication, let him know, baby, you getting missing too much. You got 1 or 2 more times to do that, and I'm just calling this thing off. We can't be doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And see, that becomes easy to do. Watch this if you stay out the bed. Ladies, he'll marry you faster if you hold on to the cookies. All right, here we go. Allow your children to express how they feel about this new potential relationship. That's important. Because just like we got mothers who don't care at all, we got some that don't care enough. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to do me. Well, doing you is what got us in this mess. So let's talk about this. Allow your children to express they are grieving. Think about this. Now watch this. The announcement, put this in my notes. The announcement of the birth of your new marriage is also the announcement of death to their biological family unit. Yeah, it's a celebration of life to you. It's a funeral for them. Yeah, I finally got over Dewan. I done met Steve, and Steve is treating me right, girl. I done came up. Steve's still his daddy. And you and Steve broke up. And Steve ain't nothing but a dog to you. That's still his hero. Yeah, so he might have to express to you. Let him express it. Now, baby, how you feel? Let her express it. How you feel? Now, I know I can't bring your daddy back. That's over. Can't get back with your mama. That's over. I'm sorry. That's over. That's over. And I realize and look, own it. Sometimes we got to own it. I realize I messed up. I cheated on your mama, and that's why we ain't together. Or if they too young, you ain't got to go all into your business. But hey, things didn't work out. Stuff didn't work out. I own it. I'm sorry about this for you. But daddy deserves to be happy too. And this person makes me happy. And I believe that if you gave them a chance, they would make you happy too. Yeah, because you not just interviewing Steve for you interviewing Steve for your son. Yeah, so you didn't just ask the right questions for you, but did you ask the right questions for him? Well, yeah, babe, listen, I know we've been talking about like what I like to do, and I like long walks on the park, and I like to go to the beach, and I like all that, and you done signed up for all that, and you told me you're going to take me to the beach, and this is what you're going to do. But my son likes to play basketball. Are you cool with like taking him to the park sometime? And he's very active. We're at basketball. He plays football. He's in these AAU sports. He's doing this. Are you cool going to games on Saturday? Because that's kind of our lifestyle right now. Woo-hoo! Yeah, it's your responsibility not just to interview for yourself, but you got to interview for that child. So let that child express that to you. Watch this, before time. Can't just wait till they in it. Here we go. Singles. Here we go. Singles. I'm back to y'all. Oh, Lord. Number 3, don't marry anyone with kids if you don't plan to raise those babies 24/7. Yeah, because some of y'all mad now, and it's hard for me to empathize. It's hard to empathize when you knew it was the kids before. You know, he ain't hide his kids. He ain't hide his kids. He ain't hide the fact that he had 6 baby mamas. He told you it was 6 of them. It's 6 of them. He told you, matter of fact, it sounded, he was announcing his baby mamas, and it sounded like y'all was playing spades. He said, I got 6 and a possible. I got 6 and a possible. I got 6 and a possible. Okay? That's what he did. Now, if he announced this, you knew this. If she announced it, you knew it. You knew it. But here's what I advise couples to do. And I'm so glad I did this with my wife, and I'm so glad I did. My God, it had to be God, because the Lord knows I want wives then. I said, listen, before we do this, I'm going to tell you now, okay, I got this daughter. I got a daughter now. Right now, me and her mom is starting to split time. We splitting time. So she's with me some days. I get her, I think at that point, every weekend or something like that. I'm getting her every weekend, and that's cool now. You're cool with that. But I just want you to do this. Don't do this if you're not cool with the possibility, and I had no clue then, but don't do this if you're not cool with the possibility of us having this child 24/7. I mean, what if her mama died in a car accident or just woke up one day dead? I don't know how you wake up dead, but people do it. All right, and so so look at somebody and say, you can laugh in church. Yeah, so I don't know how that got done, but it got done. I'm wrapping up. I don't know how it got done, but it happened. So I'm glad that I said it, because that was our scenario. It worked out where stuff happened, things transpired, and next thing I know, I got sole custody. Yeah, that's what happens. All right, here we go. 4, don't marry anyone that you won't let raise your kids. Remember, ladies, I told you that you were picking your boss. When you picked your husband, well, if you got kids, you just picked their daddy. You just picked their new daddy. Whew. It went over your head. I'm going to bring it back down to you. You just picked their new daddy. Now, the first daddy you picked, you could say you was foolish and you fell in love too soon. And you was blinded. But this time, you know better. So if you picking their daddy, let him be their daddy. Yeah, don't marry nobody you won't let raise your kids. This includes instruction. Oh yeah, don't tell me to feed no Negro that I can't tell what to do. That's not fair. So let me get this straight. I got all the responsibility. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to pay for a roof. I got to pay the light bill. I got to do this. I got to help with this. I got to help with homework. I got to do that. I got to go to parent-teacher conference. Matter of fact, I got to deal with your frustration when he do something stupid. And I got to do all that. I got to do all that. And you telling me you got an attitude with me because I yelled at him and said, boy, if you don't take that trash out right now, I'm coming upstairs and you ain't going to like it. If I can't raise them, don't pick me. That's not fair. I have never gotten in the way of Kathy getting ready to discipline Ayanna. I told my wife, you do too much for me to get in the way of you disciplining her. You do too much. You do too much. Go ahead. If they not good enough to raise your kid, they ain't good enough for you. Oh, you can lead me, but not them. The devil is a lie. Okay, well, I tell you what, I can feed you and not them. Yeah, don't give me the responsibility and not give me the privileges. All right, here you go. Watch this. 5, and I'm wrapping up. We'll do this again. Don't marry anyone who has not established a clear-cut relationship with the ex and the children. What does that mean, John? It means that's over. So I can't, that's not